Hey everybody, it's Crafts for Reborns. I'm here to show you a little work in progress and to show you a few hacks for beginning painters with Genesis heat set paints. So right now I've got the Liam kit here on the left and the Ryan kit on the right. They are all painted and they're ready for their hair. They're both going to get kind of a medium brown hair. They're looking very, very cute. I love the lips on the Ryan kit. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I love his little curled in feet. So they're here on the rooting table. So wanted to show you, here's a little new caddy that I got for my desk. It has a great place to put all your sponges that you need to have close in hand. It has 4 different sections for brushes. I have my lining brushes, my hair painting brushes, my mop brushes for blending, and my flat brushes. And then in here is a little tool I love to have close by all the time. And these are, the only way I know to purchase these are from McPherson Crafts, which is a company out of Canada. And the shipping is expensive, but if you spend $100, you get free shipping. So basically they're a thick toothpick with a cotton end. And they're very, very pointy. They are not like Q-tips. They're not round and fluffy. And the stick is really, so I'm trying to bend it here and I can't bend it. So it's not really like a Q-tip. But it's great for getting in nooks and crannies and crevices. It's awesome used with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Not the full strength rubbing alcohol. Either the 70% or the 90% alcohol. I've had big purple blotches before, big dark blotches that I've just scrubbed with this tool and then blotted it with a mop brush, and it comes out beautifully. It takes off just enough paint, but not too much paint. It's just a great tool to have around, so I love to have it just right here in case I need it. And I wanted to show you what I've got over here going on. This is actually a nail polish holder. And it fits the little petite size, I think they're 1/4 ounce sizes of Genesis heat set paints absolutely perfectly. So I've put here the paints that I use the most. I still have my other paints in here, but these are the ones I use the most. I start right here with my crease colors and go across this way and then come up this way for my layers, and here's my hair painting colors. And in the middle, I've got all of my flesh colors, except for baby skin, which I have right here on the left because it's the one I use the most. I have them in order from Flesh 02 all the way to Flesh 08. And the cool thing about this is because they roll around, if I'm looking for something by name, like I know I want Flesh 04, I can roll things around to find the name. But if I'm just looking for a color, I can look at it this way. And it's awesome. And up here I have my mediums, my sealer, my thinning medium, my thickening medium, my gloss. This is my air dry gloss. And then back there I've got some large containers, which I want to get a few more of the mixes that I use the most often. So these are colors that are not in the Genesis that you just use straight from the jar. They are colors that I custom mix myself. So I want to talk a little bit about that and some Genesis colors that I have been using. So first of all, the crease color. I don't even have the crease color here, the Bountiful Baby one, because it's so brown. It makes your Reborn dolls look like they are dirty. So I take some of this red, this very pinky red, and I add some purple to it. So it's a purpley pinky red, and that's what I use for my creases. That's my custom crease color. And my custom flesh color is the same. I've noticed that a lot of artists just use the plain baby skin or the plain Flesh 08, which is right here, and that makes an extremely pale and lifeless baby. Almost looks like a porcelain doll. And I want my babies to have more color than that. I want them to be more realistic. So my personal process is I take half baby skin or half Flesh 08, and then I add either Flesh 04, which is this warm light brown color, or Flesh 05, which is a little bit lighter. And they just add a beautiful, beautiful warmth to the baby. The color difference is very subtle. They're definitely not an ethnic baby. They are still a regular old baby, and these babies have been painted using that process. And then last of all, I want to talk a little bit about Brow Brown. Brow Brown is over here with my hair painting stuff. Brow Brown is way too dark for your eyebrows. That is an incredibly dark color. And babies just don't have eyebrows that are that dark. And it has a tendency to turn orange when you bake it for some reason. Now you can mitigate that a little bit by adding some aquamarine blue, but I tend to use Flesh 05 or Flesh 04 for eyebrows. And let me show you why. So up here for painting inspiration, I have a picture of my grandson when he was a newborn. And you can see he has a very, very dark hair. He has black hair when he was born. But his eyebrows are barely there. You can just barely make them out. So even a baby that has very dark hair, that you're rooting with dark hair, is still going to have very, very pale eyebrows. And you can see that here with the Liam kit. You can see those eyebrows they're definitely there. The baby definitely has eyebrows, but it's very, very, very subtle and very, very pale. And as you pull away from the baby, they're really, truly barely there. So that's something that you can think about when you're painting. Also, when I'm painting eyebrows, just a little trick that I use the paint straight from the container. But what I do before I paint is I take a cosmetic wedge and I pour thinner on it, and I just wipe over the area. And what that does is that just makes the surface a little smoother. It puts a tiny, tiny bit of thinner there, so it thins out the color very, very, very subtly and very slightly. And it just makes eyebrows so much easier to paint. So you just paint over it really quick and then add your eyebrows. I also use an eyebrow stencil. Not that I actually use the shape of the stencil, it's more the position of the stencil to make sure that my eyebrows are fairly even and are the same size and same shape. And you can create an eyebrow stencil really easily with paper. Mine happens to be out of plastic. And it just makes, again, eyebrow painting a lot easier and quicker when I've got those shapes already made. So I hope you've enjoyed the tips and tricks today. By the way, Bryson is next on the painting table, as you can see. And hope you've had a great day today. TTFN, ta-ta for now.